Go for it.
Friggin' what up, dude? Strider Wilson, and I'm the host of this podcast that's mine. Going to be called History is Dank. History is Dank with Strider Wilson. Dankness from the
Frickin' what up, dude? Welcome back to another ep of History is Dank. I'm your host, Strider Wilson, dude. We got Aaron going beast mode on the sticks. Dude, what's going down, Aaron, dude?
What up?
Dude, I'm just posted up right now, dude. You know, enjoying this fall season, dude. Spooky season, dude. Dude, this episode actually, it's Halloween. If you're listening to it when it comes out right now, hey, fucking trick or treat. Smell my feet. Give me something good to eat. Let me come in and eat dinner, dude. You know, you get the schmoll giving out the healthy food these days. Dude, I went to my niece's soccer game. She put up 5 goals.
Oh, shit.
It was badass. These kids are like 7. Dude, the dads are intense, bro. Dude, youth sports, dude, supposed to be relaxing. Anything but. On the sidelines, every parent's got an opinion. Everyone's questioning the coach's tactics. Then you watch the game, and I've got no stakes in the game. Sure, I want my niece to play well, but whatever. Everyone sucks. There's maybe a girl that's a little faster. Everyone's like, Michaela, she's a stronger player. Michaela, she should be up in the forward in the fourth quarter. I'm like, guess what? Michaela is an idiot. Everyone has no idea what they're doing. Just let the kids run around so they get tired. And then afterwards, let's go get some pizza. What are we stressing about? It's unbelievable. So don't take that energy to your trick-or-treating. Get a pillowcase. Be cool. Can't go trick-or-treating if you're a full adult listening to this, but if you got kids, you know, you can hand out candy. That's what happens. You are now a giver. It's fun. You get to post up, maybe have a little spooky punch, some dry ice. I'm a dry ice guy. Halloween's where I make my nut. You want some dry ice? I got you. From here to from the tip of San Diego to the tip of North Maine, I'm the dry ice guy. You need dry ice in Des Moines? I got a guy. You need dry ice in, Jack City, Arkansas? I got a guy. Your punch is gonna be spooky. Kids are gonna be having fun. Maybe you see a little gummy worm in there. That's not me. I'm not a gummy worm guy. I'm your dry ice guy. Whatever you put in it, that's up to you. My prices are so good, you're gonna scream as if you put a fucking nickel on one of my pieces of dry ice. You ever do that? Put a nickel on a slab of dry ice? Listen to it scream?
No, I've never.
That's science, bro. That's fucking science, bro. You do that shit, that's entertaining right there. If I was an old school guy wearing Velcro shoes, I'd say back in my day, I didn't need to dress up in a costume. I put a full suit on. Went from house to house and gave my resume out. Asked for a job. That's what I did. Trick-or-treating as a 3rd grader. Went around as a sailor. Yeah, I carried a knife because I was selling it door to door. Only scary thing was people not taking my great deals. And then I'd say, oh, these kids, they need all this entertainment today. They need to vape and look at a screen. If I was a Velcro wearing shoe, suit wearing trick-or-treater, I would fucking say, all I needed for entertainment was a nickel and a slab of dry ice. Press it up there, hear it scream. Science, bro. So, fired up on that, dude. Fired up on spooky season. And, the episode today has nothing to do with that because I'm an excellent, because here's the thing. Enough spooky stuff. Let's dive into something fun, something I never heard of. And there actually, I shouldn't say there's nothing spooky about this. That we're going to be diving into the hero's journey here. And our hero, this isn't some stuff you learned in Westerns. This isn't some, Odysseus bullshit. This isn't some Iliad bullshit. This is the good shit. This is a story I never heard of. I was staying over at my bro-in-law's place, and he's got a sick-ass book on, myths and legends, and I started just thumbing through this puppy. There was pictures, so it made me happy. I don't pick up a book unless there's pictures in it. And I picked it up. First page I turned to, hero, a tale. It said the adventurous journeys and here's the thing, disclaimer, I'm going to butcher a lot of the names here. Mwindo, Mwindo, maybe Mwindo could be how you say it. I'm going to refer to the character as our hero. I'm going to say the names. Hopefully don't butcher it. Guaranteed I am going to, so sorry for that. I try to like look up one of those pronunciation things, but you know, it's not like dictionary.com. You can listen to the word. This is a name. So it's difficult. From the Nyanga tribe in Africa. This is one of their epics. And so we're going to talk hero's journey. Then we're going to get into the details of this. It's going to be a sick-ass episode. So buckle up. It's a fun tale. Not all fun. Not fun for all characters, tell you that much. But before we get into it, real quick, download the DraftKings Casino app now. Sign up with promo code DANK, and new customers get a deposit match up to $100 in casino credits. You deposit when you deposit $5 or more. Only on DraftKings Casino with promo code DANK. They got it all. Blackjack, roulette, slot machines. It's fun. I love playing those in the casino, and you know I can't wait to experience them online. So hit up, cruise to, I should say, DraftKings Casino. Okay, check it out. Promo code DANK. All right, here we go. Mwindo. That's my guess of how to say this. I'm probably, definitely, if I'm a gambling man, which I am, I love a little action. Thank you very much to our sponsor. I'm going to bet that I'm saying that wrong. So, a little bit about an epic, okay, a story. A lot of these stories, they start, this is, you know, hundreds, thousands of year old story here, passed on through the Nyanga people, Nyanga people, now that they're located in the Democratic Republic of Congo. Okay, just to, if you want to picture geographically where we're operating here. And they have this story, this oral tradition, often accompanied by, you know, drums and a dance, and it would be told by an orator. And that's very typical, you know, song and dance, drumming accompaniment mixed together. You know, Homer was probably just posting up lame with a cane, telling it, dude, no sick rhythms. You know, I actually don't know that. He could have had very sick rhythms. So this Belgian scholar named Daniel Bibiuk, saying that probably wrong too. I got to brush up on my freaking Belgian. So he's the first one to write it down. So he's cruising down there and he goes, dude, this is a sick ass story. I got to freaking write this down. And he's down there studying. And he writes this down. And just to give a little context for this, Mwindo, Mwindo, it's how I've chosen to say it. Probably way off. Probably #cringe. So this story reflects the attitudes of the Nyanga people, okay, toward the Pygmy people who live in the same region. So the Pygmy people are closely associated with the Nyangan tribal chiefs, hunting and providing them with wives. The Pygmies, however, remain an independent group outside the Nyangan tribe. And it's believed that they've greatly influenced Nyangan life, you know, everything from hunting to gathering. Pygmies are hunter-gatherers all over the world. When you hear Pygmy, you're going to probably, your mind's going to go to where the region we're talking about today, Africa, although they do exist outside Africa, Asia, you know, various small populations around the world, but Africa has that is where Pygmies are most densely populated. Think about only 250,000 left today. This story reflects a positive attitude toward the Pygmy group, which I like that. Rather unusual, though. A lot of Pygmy groups face prejudice and persecution in other parts of Africa. And, you know, you'll see in this story, too, even in this part. If you're unaware what a Pygmy is, maybe that's the first time you've ever heard this. It's basically, they're humans, right? But they don't grow. They must grow the males to less than 59 inches. Now, obviously, there's going to be outliers, but like the anthropological group would be called pygmoid, right? So, and why do they not grow as say tall as other human beings around the world, a lot of it has to just do environment, right? So this is how they've adapted: hunter-gathering, living in the dense forest, oftentimes removed from, outside forces. So, can sort of offer a sort of a glimpse into the past, even to these days. Although, I think we did another episode on like Sentinel Island. Those aren't pygmies, but that's like one of the most remote locations on Earth, and even there's outside influence even there. So, the pygmies, needless to say, have been in contact with modern societies, right? But it is kind of cool because it's like a glimpse into the past. They maintain close symbiotic relationships with other groups in their region. In this instance, we're going to be talking about the Nyanga tribe, right? Some of that it's a double-edged sword because, there can be benefits from that, but then also you lose some maybe indigenous languages. Maybe we lose some other stories. Maybe there was a sicker story than this, the tale of Mwindo that we're about to hear. Maybe there was something sick that we don't even know about, So that's just a little context for you. Let's get into this idea of the hero's journey, because that's what the lens that I'm sort of going to lend to this story. Now, you don't have to do that. Sometimes, writing and stuff, being in Hollywood with my boys, Chad and JT, we'll use the hero's journey when we write something to check in. And what it is it's this story sort of structure that this scholar, Joseph Campbell, he came up with. He, in like, I think like the 40s. And he has a book called like, 1,000 Faces to Our Heroes, something like that.
The Hero with 1,000 Faces.
Yeah, Hero with 1,000 Faces. And he claims that all myth, regardless of its origin, time of creation, narrative, elements, it's the same. He goes, it's structured around common patterns. He calls, that's his term, the hero's journey. And his reason for this, he says, is because the journey is a reflection of patterns of thought found in our unconscious minds. So, maybe that's a little too, highfalutin for some. Maybe it's just a lot of these stories and tales in oral traditions, they're used as teaching elements, right? So it's entertainment, they're fun to listen to, but they teach morals, they teach, how to lead, they're supposed to be relatable. If you're living, say you're in a pygmy tribe and, you want to tell these tales, it brings people together. This is basically the popular culture. These are the shared ideals of the society, and a lot of just people. And if you're living together in a group and we're a communal species, our ability to communicate and our ability to continually learn, that's what sets us apart, from the animals, that and our thumbs. Okay. And now jets, fighter jets. How sick are those? Imagine a rhino trying to fly that. Not going to get off the ground. Stupid rhinos. Sorry. I like rhinos, dude. Sorry about that. In any case, maybe one way to think about this, quote, unconscious mind, this common, thread that we all have in our subconscious, maybe that's just, it's DNA. It's built in. It's like seeing the color red, or and maybe there is a lot of truth to that. So there's probably some amazing science to that, because there are, in animals in nature, like dogs can only see bright colors for certain reasons, because that's what comes and attacks you, because that's the coat of like a fucking, lion on the plain, or, red is often poisonous or threatens and says stay away in nature. In any case, there are patterns to be built, patterns to be found, and themes that exist across different cultures: heroism, bravery, love. We're going to learn in this one, kindness toward animals. That's going to be one. It's kind of just crazy. You go up and even today, you see a little kid who doesn't know shit, go and we'll just pull a dog's tail. Just see a tail moving around, a little kid's going to go and pull it. Dog's going to fucking bite you. If you're a parent, maybe you're going to tell a tale, and you're going to have a little fun thing to it, and you're going to say, hey, you pull the dog's tail. And then a bad thing, it's like my mom told me, you whack off, you go blind. It's called contact lenses, Mom. Good luck. I ain't stopping. Now get out of my room. So there's morals here. And maybe so when we listen to this, check out for some of these, pick up on some themes, but also check out for these sort of beats, right? And this is a 3-act structure, the hero's journey. Now we're getting into a little screenplay territory, but you have the ordinary world. We're going to hear about Mwindo's ordinary world, the world that he's born into, everyday life. This is meant to be identifiable, relatable. Hey, this character's kind of like us, kind of like you and me. We want characters we can relate to. That's why I really heavily relate to Cameron Poe. Okay? If you don't know who that is, go watch Con Air. I really identify with him. Then you have your call to adventure, okay? This can come in different ways. Direct threat to the safety of your main character, our hero, his family, his way of life, peace, whatever. It could be a letter, it could be anything. This is your impetus. This is your the spark that creates the mighty conflagration of the story that's about to ensue. You have the refusal of the call. You know, the hero's going to go, hey, look, bro, you got to be chill. You can't just dive right in and be some sort of schmoll who's too eager to hang out. You got to be, look, dude, no. Way of life is good now. Way of life is good. Things are nice. Of course, later we're going to learn how things can be improved, but, you know, he's reluctant. Maybe he's worried. He's going to invoke some human emotion there. Then he meets his mentor, always, trains. This is a Rocky montage here, you know, super fucking sick. Doing, you know, Rocky 4, the exact same exercises, but with rustic stuff as opposed to what, you know, that's what Rocky Balboa is doing as opposed to Khal Drago using Russian machines. Okay? And, you know, you got a mentor you're training. He's Mr. Miyagi. Great mentor. Then you cross the threshold here, okay? This is where stuff gets magical, spiritual, and you can already have magic before this. Things, you know, there's a different altered state. Emotions are higher. It's a commitment to the journey at this point. So whatever it has in store for him, he's going to have to go and face it. He's fully committed. Then you have the fun of the script, test, allies, enemies. You know, we'll see what form those come in. Literally, oftentimes it is like tests or riddles or obstacles in like ancient tales. Then you have to approach what they call the innermost cave, or I should say Joseph Campbell calls the innermost cave. You have to make final preparations, face internal conflict here. You know, you have to reflect upon the journey up to this point, the even more treacherous road ahead. Then you have your ordeal. Physical test, deep inner crisis. Okay, he's got to survive at this point. Sometimes he'll die. Sometimes there's rebirth. Okay, renewing new mindsets with that death and rebirth. A lot of times you see that. Reward, you know, seizing something magical element. Is there a magic thing? A prize, that's one. Then there's the road back. You know, it's a reverse echo of the call to adventure. Now he must go back and make things right in that world where he thought was great, but he goes, oh no. After going on this journey, I see there can be better things. Then there's resurrection. You know, oftentimes the hero, you know, it's a little Machiavellian, has to kill people or this or that. We want magic. We want people to come back. We want what's been destroyed. Maybe enemies, you know, maybe they need to be reborn or amends need to be made. Monuments built, and then you return with the elixir. This can be metaphorical, it can be literal. Cause for celebration, self-realization, end of strife, change, success, proof of his journey, right? All the fucking doubters, dude. He looks at the fucking doubters and he says, hold my dick at this point. That's what the hero does in every story in the culture. Hold my dick. No matter where you've been in the world, that's what they say. Kidding. Okay. So you've heard that. We've talked a little bit about the hero's journey. Story of Mwindo. Probably saying it wrong. The son of, you got it, Shemwindo. Shemwindo. Most likely a Nyagan tribe. Commonality, you know, you take the father's name, right? So he's the son. Here's the thing though. Shemwindo is a powerful chief. He had 7 wives. He decreed, he said, you know what, wives, we're going to bone, but I only want females because I only want female offspring. I do not want anyone challenging my authority. So he's boning his wives, having a good old time, and any male heir that's produced gets killed. Aaron, tragic. This is the way of life. You know?
Total Mwindo move.
Exactly, dude. We should call this guy Mwindo in the story. Aaron, great call. Because I can say that right. His favorite wife, Nyamwindo. 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 She gives birth to a child from her middle finger, probably because she's saying, fuck you, bro, to freaking Mwindo. And the child that is born out of her middle finger, and once we go through the story, we're going to go over a little bit of metaphor meaning after this.
It's a real fuck you.
But it is a real fuck you. It's not a shaka what up. It's not a hang loose. This is a fuck you. And yeah, it is a fuck you that produces offspring. This could have been the origin of the middle finger right here in this story. She names her son Mwindo. Okay? Mwindo, she tries to hide the boy. He finds out. He tries to kill him with his spear. And here's the thing about Mwindo. He's born. He can already walk. He can already talk. And this, I'll give you a little spoiler alert. He's a baby throughout the entire story. And that's why I gave you that context earlier. This is a story about relationship between Nyagan people, right? And then Pygmy peoples. The Pygmies and the Nyagans. And how can we get along here? So, Mwindo and Nyamwindo, they have a boy. Mwindo is threatened, tries to kill him with his spear. Sorry, bro. I got fucking magic. Get out. Get off me. Mwindo tries to bury him alive. Mwindo escapes, bro. He's got fucking skills, dude. He goes, fuck that. Gets out. Finally, Mwindo gets creative. He goes, you know what? Here's a good way to get rid of my son. How about I sew him into a drum, then put him in a river and let him float down there and just drown. No one's going to know about it. That's fine. So, also, this is a similar narrative element to the Moses story here. Yeah, so there's overlapping here, right? Floats down the river. Mwindo, once he's sewed into the drum, he's underwater, and guess what? You guessed it, fucking magic, bro. He beats the drum for a hasty retreat. He gets upriver, and he talks to this river god. The river god helps him out, and then he beats the drum, and his aunt hears him. So when he goes downriver, he goes to his aunt's tribe, the tribe where his mother came from. And maybe his aunt, maybe now he's with the Pygmy people here, right? And his aunt, Yangura, she lives with this water serpent. That's the god that helps him. Also, he beats some other creatures along the way. We won't spend too much time on that, but he's just basically going beast mode down the river, escaping the drum, meeting up with his aunt, right? So this point, now think about your hero's journey. He's going to have to meet a mentor, right? So Yangura's husband tries to stop her from helping Mwindo because, look, he knows the dangers. He's like, look, dude, Mwindo, he's a powerful leader. They're going to come down here. We're going to fight. It's going to get bad. But, family, bro, this is love. Aunt's like, no, I'm going to help out. And they basically set some traps. He's like, fuck, fine, dude. They set some traps to help. And she goes, hey, look, even though your dad's the worst dad in the world, you can't get revenge on your own, bro. Okay, you can't go, this is a hero's journey, but, even heroes need help. And there's a quote that says, the lonely path is never a pleasant one to travel. Fucking badass. Fucking true. She tells him that. And he listens to her. And he begins singing a long magical song that calls of his father's possessions. And in his where Mwindo was born is the of the Nyagan tribe. The area is called Tubondo. And then now fucking Mwindo's downriver in the forest with the Pygmy people with his aunt just fucking posting up, chilling, dude. And he sings this sick ass song, and it's magical, and it brings all the possessions from Mwindo to Mwindo, dude. So he's like, this is sick, dude. I have all your shit now, dude. Fuck you. And guess what, dude? You try to kill me, bro, and I'm a baby. So I'm going to jack your stuff. That sounds pretty fair to me, okay?
And here is my song. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe?
Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my ragtime girl. He gets all the stuff. A lot of it's food. Everyone's stoked, dude. They're like, let's eat this stuff, dude. And, you know, Ngira's husband, you know, Mwindo's uncle, basically, in law, probably. And he's like, fuck. Now we're all engorged and we feel all sick and we can't fight. And Mwindo's like, fuck, dude. These guys were too gluttonous. You can't overeat. So see how there's morals here. Morals are being woven into here. When we all have food, when there's big things still need to be saved, right? He goes, fuck, dude, what am I going to do, dude? He's like, it's all good. He calls on Nkuba, Nkuba, the god of lightning, to help him. Nkuba destroys Tubundo with 7 lightning flashes, okay, turning the village and its residents to dust, which is gnarly. Story just took a turn here. Yeah. I mean, we already did have the dad trying to murder a baby in the beginning, so stakes were high. But now, stakes are through the roof. Entire village just got murdered by the lightning god. But guess what? Mwindo, smart guy, he escapes. He goes to his underground lair. Mwindo's like, no, dude, you're not getting away, Dad. I'm coming after you, bro. So he brings all his uncles. Oh, no, hold on. This is oh, yeah. So he brings the uncles back to life first. So he's a good guy. At this point in the story, we might be like, dude, are we out on Mwindo? He just murdered people that didn't even really try to murder him. He goes, dude, guess what? Don't worry, bro. Everyone's coming back to life right now. This is also a foreshadow. There's going to be rebirth in this story. This is in play. And he goes, hey, make me some armor. And they make baby armor. That's pretty sick. You got to imagine a baby in a full-on armor. That's awesome, dude. Mm-hmm. So he gets posted up with the sickest outfit, brand new outfit of sick-ass armor, ready to fucking rock and roll, dude, that his uncle's made for him. That's pretty sick.
Little baby Darth Vader.
Yeah, he's a baby Vader right now. And let's be honest, uncles like to give weaponry. My uncle, he gave me a Swiss Army knife.
Yep.
Uncles like to give weapons. So that's common in humanity. I think there is something in the subconscious there. At this point in the story, I'm getting fired the fuck up on that, dude. Okay? And he's going to need armor because guess where he's going? Guess where Mwido's underground lair is? It's the underworld, dude.
Oh, boy.
So now, you know, with our hero's journey, we're cruising in. We're crossing the threshold, okay? We are crossing the threshold. But before we cross that threshold, first, dude, who doesn't like the sound of a little blackjack, little roulette? I'm a blackjack guy. There's nothing better than being with the boys around the table in Vegas, posting up, just playing, or even me and my wife, dude, and she's always got the luck. And, you know, roulette these days, I love it. And a lot of it's electronic, even if you do go to the casino. So I can't wait to try these games out on DraftKings Casino app. Download the DraftKings Casino app now. Sign up with promo code DANK, and new customers get a deposit match up to $100 in casino credits when you deposit $5 or more. Only on DraftKings Casino with promo code DANK. Oh, man. I'm fired up to try these, dude. You know, just posting up on the phone. And look, here, you know what I like, too, about this is if you're not ready to play for real money, no problem. DraftKings games, you can test it out before you find the right fit for you without the risk of losing any dough. Then you can have fun and get the little action in. So I can't wait to try this out, dude, especially the blackjack. Love that. Also, gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia. Please play responsibly in partnership with Hollywood Casino at Charlestown Races in West Virginia. All games regulated by West Virginia Lottery and Connecticut. Help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org. 21 and plus. Physically present in Connecticut, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, West Virginia only. Void in Ontario. One per opted in new customer. Minimum $5 deposit. Max match 100 in casino credits, which requires one times playthrough within 7 days. See terms at casino.draftkings.com/players choice. Restrictions may apply. All right. I'll tell you, it was the hero's journey getting that out.
Yeah.
In fact, let me get a little sipperino right now before we cross the threshold. Nothing like a good ass sip of water, dude. When I wake up in the morning, you meet these guys who brag about their morning routine to you. I'm like, shut up. I got coworkers. You know what I do in the morning? First thing I do in the morning, 20-minute stretch right in bed. It's part of my wake up. Build it in, set the alarm clock, stretch, 20 minutes, right there in bed. I'm like, okay, you must live alone. My wife would hate that. And then, or she's up early, beasting it at 4 a.m. ahead of you. I don't know. Or she watches. I don't know what you guys are into. Maybe I shouldn't judge that part. But also, I shouldn't even be knowing about your morning routine. No one wants to know about anyone's morning routine. And this guy goes on to continue to brag. Then I drink a glass of water. And then he tricks me. He goes, you like cold water? I go, yeah, sure. He goes, idiot. Room temp. Always room temp. Just gets in the body. The body doesn't have to work as hard. Hydrates you quicker. Hydrate. You take magnesium? I go, oh yeah, I think it's in some stuff. He goes, idiot. I don't. Never do. Unless you're mixing it with salt. I'm like, dude, next time you trap me with a question, bro, I'm going to pin you. He's like, you can't be pinned. Double jointed. I'm like, this guy's unbelievable. Morning routines, dude. Do not tell me about your morning routine. But you know what I like to do in the morning, dude? Not kidding, dude. Mwindo, dude. He's in the underworld posting up, followed by his son in sick-ass Baby Vader armor, dude, posting up, cruising down that his uncle's made for him, ready to go freaking boke his dad from the underworld, dude. Right? But guess what? Obstacles, bro. You guessed it. He meets with Muisa, M-U-I-S-A. Probably saying that wrong. Ruler of the underworld. Okay? He promises to reveal Mwindo's hiding place if our hero can perform some tasks for him. He's like, hey, can you clean up a little bit? My wife's going to be home soon, but really help out if you vacuum. Kidding. He's like, here, bro. Here's what you got to do, dude. You got to fucking...
like Hercules, isn't it?
Hey, dude, it's exactly like Hercules.
Yeah.
All these stories exactly like that. He's like, look. Oh, I skipped a step. He meets the god of the underworld. Before he meets the god of the underworld, he meets Kahindo, the goddess of good fortune. Her dad is Muisa, the god of the underworld. So, freaking, she's vibing, obviously, with Mwindo. They're vibing, dude. And she tells him, she's like, my dad's protecting your freaking dad, dude. Our dads are freaking... we should just fucking pin our dads like it's Thanksgiving dinner. Just pin our dad halfway through, just talking politics. Oh, you really think that way about foreign policy? Boom, dude. Get pinned. Okay? So, she hates her dad, right? She's probably goth. This is probably the first gothic daughter in history. I imagine, she's listening to some Soundgarden, putting on lipstick, probably has a crush on Mark Wahlberg from Fear, and is just posting up probably just holding up the middle finger the whole time, wearing Doc Martens, and is probably obsessed, probably sewing a Jack, Jack Nightmare Before Christmas? Yeah, sewing a Jack Skeleton patch on her backpack, and then using whiteout to make checkers on the backpack strap. Definitely doing that, and vaping. So that's what she's doing, guaranteed. And she's also helping our hero, because she goes, look, bro, you're going to have to do some fucking tasks, bro, because my dad's a bitch and he likes tasks. And she says, my dad's going to offer you a banana beer, bro. And our hero's like, fuck yeah. She goes, don't drink that. It's actually piss. That's for real. She goes, my dad does that stuff. It's pee. My dad's going to offer you banana paste. Don't eat that, dude. Because guess what that is? That's shit. My dad's going to try to make you drink his piss and eat his shit, bro. Don't eat that. That's bad. He'll ask you to pass his test at that point. And then you're on your own. But don't have the beer. Don't have the paste. So, sure enough, those things happen. Our hero's equipped. He goes, nah, I'm good. Fuck. All right. Cool. You sure? Well, then guess what, dude? You need to cultivate a new banana grove in the underworld. Guess what? Not easy to do. There's a lot of fire around. Not easy for trees to grow when there's fire around. So what do? You guessed it. Got to use some magic, bro. So he's got this bill hook. He also has a fly swatter. Okay, he's also got one more fucking sick ass thing I'll tell you about. And billhook is what you till fields with. Okay, he plants the seeds, harvests the banana all by itself. Okay, then Mwisa unwinds his magical cowrie belt and gives it in order to fly and kill our hero because he sees that this is going to work. So he's betraying him. Belt zips off, finds our hero, fucking kills him, bro. While he's just gardening, doing what the god of the underworld told him to do. Guess what? Don't trust the god of the underworld because he'll kill you. And our hero's dead. End of story. End of podcast. Thanks for listening, guys. Catch you next week. Psych! We're continuing. He falls, but then his magic scepter brings him back to life. He's had this magic scepter his uncles gave him. Okay? It brings him back to life. All right? This was part of his armor. I should have mentioned that earlier. I forgot to. But now here it is an even better surprise, so maybe you're welcome for that. We'll get into what the scepter represents later. Maybe you can formulate your own thoughts now. Okay? I'm not teaching a class here. I'm just sharing some sick-ass stories, dude. Some sick-ass metaphors, dude. So, he sends the scepter to go kill the god of the underworld. Scepter flies at him, fucking kills the god of the underworld, then brings him back to life immediately, and he's like, what, dude? See that? Murder, death, rebirth. So finally, this testing goes on more and more. Finally, he's like, look, dude, quit being a bitch. Give me my dad. I know you're hiding him. I passed your test. You tried to kill me. I killed you. We can do this all day long. Okay. God of the Underworld's like, nah. And Mwindo's like, all right, I'm going to kill you again. Finally, he's dead. He's like, fuck it, dude. I had to kill this god. I'm not going to find my dad. But guess what? He follows his tracks. He's also an expert tracker. And I like that he didn't use magic here. And he ends up in this home of Shenbarungu. Okay, it's where the god of all creation is. And he talks to the god of all creation. He's like, hey, bro, where's my dad at? Help me out. Help me out, bro. Okay? And he's got to best him in this game. It's a game called, I think it's called Wiki. And what you have to do, you have to guess the number of black seeds held in your opponent's hand. So our baby hero agrees, and they start to play. And first, God of all creation is just dominating, winning over and over again, winning. Okay, they're gambling, they're betting, dude. This is sick, dude. I love that. You know, I love action. He bets everything he owns, right? Our baby heroes bet his armor, his sick ass armor, dude. Fucking sick ass helmet that he probably had, dude. Shield, gone. Finally, his back's against the wall, and he's like, fuck, dude. The scepter. I need to know where my dad is. I need to boke this schmoll. I will bet this scepter that honestly means now I'm no longer invincible. Means I can die. Stakes are even more raised. Okay? So, guess what? Once he bets that, boom! Our baby hero starts freaking dominating, dude. Winning, dominating, boom. He's clever, dude. He's clever. This is something that maybe Odysseus would have done, dude, right? He's very clever. He's smart. He knew the whole time. He had the trick, dude. He could see. He has magic, bro. Okay? So, the hero, Mwindo, goes, you know what? Here's the thing, though, bro. Even though I just got up on you, I don't want your stuff. And I don't want creation. I don't want to be able to do that. I don't want to have power. I simply want what I came here for you to hand over my dad. Shenbarungu has to agree at this point. They've been wagering. Mwindo returns to Tabundo with his captured Mwindo father. And then this here is the turning point. He's like, look, he's boasting. He's like, look, dude, proof of the underworld. I went back, got my sick ass armor. I'm alive. Fucking got my dad here. He's a schmoll. He was hiding from me. He tried to kill me. It's justified if I try to take him out. He's like, I even brought back you guys. You all saw this stuff. What? Everyone's got to hold my dick. What? He's magnanimous here. he pardons his father for his past mistakes. Because after all, didn't our hero make a past mistake? Maybe asking the lightning god, who went maybe a little too overboard, a little too gnarly with the lightning. 7 strikes. It's like, dude, 1 probably could have done the trick. All right. His dad apologizes. They agree to share the kingdom with his son. Okay. Showing mercy here. It's important to show mercy. Even brings back the god of the underworld, who offers his daughter his hand in marriage. And look, even though there was rhythm there, Mwindo's like, nah, I want to marry into Mwindo. He wants to marry one of the pygmies, one of his people. Okay? So, tough though. Excuse me, no, Mwindo means, as a pygmy, he wants to marry a human woman, a Nyagan woman. Tough though, because the lightning did go through there, but don't worry. That's now been resurrected. It's all good. Everyone's brought back. You know, his dad said, hey bro, shouldn't have tried to kill you. Shouldn't have tried to, his dad's like, look, shouldn't have tried to drown the baby. Shouldn't have done that. Very bad. Don't put him in a drum. Drums are meant to be for beats. Okay. Okay. Sorry about that. So in this way, we've seen that the male offspring may be spared. And the dad says, for he has shown me the way in which the sky becomes daylight and has given me the joy of witnessing again the warmth of the people and of all things here in Mwindo. Mwindo replies, I will not hold a grudge against you, my father. What my father did against me and what I did against my father, all that is already over. They rebuild the village together. That's fucking sick, dude. That's fucking sick. And then our hero goes on a lot of other adventures, you know. With his scepter, you know, he kills a dragon in the sky in another tale, because he tries to master lightning. Remember, he's like, the lightning's got to get kind of mastered here. A little too gnarly. He's punished for that, and he endures blazing heat. He comes back to the earth, and it's basically like, hey, don't go just killing dragons, dude. Respect nature is what the moral of that little mini story is. This character is used for a lot of other teachings, you know, crops, when to grow, when to plant, things like that. But more directly, some key themes and symbols in our story, is in this Epic of Mwindo, is this his attempt to change fate. You know, this is a story that believes in fate. The chief thinks he could change fate by killing his son or preventing his wives from having sons. It's like, look, we can't control everything. Okay. And we also have the small size, what I mentioned is, this idea of there being benevolence between the pygmies and the tribe, the people of the Nyagan tribe. The scepter is a symbol of tribal authority. So that came from his uncles. That's what brought him back to life. So this is that idea of not being alone, right? Even though he's down there, seems like he's on his own, he's still getting help from a legit ass daughter of the ruler of the underworld. And then he has help from his tribe, you know, symbolic help through that powerful item. He has a fly swatter with a buffalo tail on a wooden handle. He's got an axe. There's a bag of good fortunes, containing rope. So basically these tools and stuff, and these items just sort of just letting people know how important it is to have fucking sick ass shit to help you survive. But it's also talks about, you know, what it is to be a good leader and tribal authority. You know, it says, look, he's the male heir of the chief. Just because he's part pygmy doesn't mean that he should just be murdered. He still has authority. He gets to go rule his lands, and things can be shared, and people can cooperate. So sick ass symbolism in there, dude. Sick ass metaphors, and just a story that I'd never heard of, dude. I was like, you know what? I'm stoked. I got to share this, dude. So you might find me sharing another story from there. And then also, you know, big takeaway here. Sometimes, you know, if you're writing or working on a project, the hero's journey can hinder you. Maybe people feel like it creates obstacles and you want to do one thing, but it's also, look, these are universal elements. These are successful story beats that will help you. Not every journey has every single element, and they do show up in a variety of ways. So there is freedom within form. So that's another important takeaway. But the most important takeaway is don't leave anywhere without your freaking sick ass scepter, dude. You need that, bro. And also, drums are made for freaking playing, not for putting babies in and throwing down rivers. So, and then heads up for lightning, heads up on that. And also, I think I want to say theorize this could be the origin of the middle finger, although people do say in actuality that came from British archers. For the longbows, they would use their middle fingers to, extend the string of the bow back, make it taut before letting fly, and sort of as intimidation or captured prisoners or anything, the archers would hold up the middle finger to opposing enemies and be like, yeah, we're going to fucking use these on you, dude. So that's one origin. But, I don't know if there's a common thread there. Maybe there's a collective subconscious there of just, it's still the same message of being like, fuck you, bro. Which I think that's pretty tight. Sometimes you got to just drop a nice middle finger. Aaron, if you're dropping the middle finger, are you putting the thumb out a little bit or tucking it all the way back in?
Let me see. No, I'm tucked. It's not all the way in, but it's not sticking out.
I don't know who made it cool for when you gave the middle finger to put the thumb out a little bit. I remember cool kids would give it like that sometimes. Yeah. Psychos, but true psychos, I think really hold a full, tight, hard fist and then stick out that middle finger. That's how I see true psychos do it in traffic. So, in any case, sick ass story. Don't flick off anyone in traffic. You never know. That's also a good takeaway from this pod. Lead with stoke. Be forgiving. If someone cut you off, it's done. Move on. Forgive. Rebirth. Sick. So fired up on that story, dude. Also fired up, maybe it's a time this inspires you, for kids to get along with their parents. It's tough these days. I'm not a parent, but I don't know. There's a gothic daughter in this story, dude. Some dads listening probably have gothic daughters, dude, that probably just, every time they pick up the phone, instead of saying hello, they just say whatever, what. And that's tough. So, maybe people have this axe to grind. So put the axe down, pick up the scepter, and it's all about family, all about love in this story, which I like, dude. So fired up on that. Stay freaking stoked. Questions, comments, suggestions, leave a review. If you have any other sick ass metaphors or hero's journey stuff to say, put them in the comments. I like that. Put them in the review. Fucking email me, dude. Email me, bro. The email's right there, shredwilsonshreds@gmail.com. Send me the suggestions. I'm fired up on all of it. So stay freaking stoked, and we'll catch you guys on the next one, dude. Late.